Hey, my YouTube family, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. So if you're back here on a Thursday, then that means you came to toast the Thursday. So let's toast the Thursday. What do you have today? What are we toasting to? Love, life, and let's toast. You know, it's always what I'm toasting to. Love, life, and everything in between. All right. So raise your glass, your cup, your whatever, and let's toast the Thursday before we get started. All right. So thank you for coming back. If you are here, then maybe you know that I am Keandria Paula, and I go by the name of Kiki with Family and Friends. And I think we family and friends, something like that. If not, we're going to get to that point. And you are here at my channel, Let's Toast Events, where I am a wedding officiant. I am an experienced chaos coordinator. I am a wedding planner, and I have a marriage resource center here in the city of Richmond in the state of Virginia. So what I mean when I say I have a marriage resource company, it means that I have resources that I'm able to give my married couples or people who are thinking about being married, people who are in a lifetime partnership, anything of that nature. I have resources, and part of that resource, the little housekeeping moves, part of that resources is once a month, typically once a month, sometime more. I have a free Zoom class that I offer couples, period, to whatever walk of life you are in and as a couple. I have resources that I have in my Zoom meeting. So I have like money management, sexologists, counselors, stuff like that will come on and give my couples free tips. It's absolutely free. And I do have one tonight. So if you are looking at this is Thursday, November the 9th. So tonight at 7 p.m. Zoom wise, I have a meeting with a money coach. She has a series that she's doing. It's Money Coach Shelley. Please join us. If you are interested, you can please sign up via Eventbrite. I also have the link on my website, www.letstoastevents.com, underneath the latest toasting, where you can find all my great things I have coming up next and all that good stuff. So without further ado, what are we going to talk about today? You know, you come here on Thursdays. I'm trying to do good. I'm on the road. So I'm trying to record videos every Thursday to try to give y'all some good information. So what are we going to talk about today? Today, I think we're going to talk about, because I have been saying often that your wedding day is not going to be perfect. And I think that kind of ruffles a couple of feathers. So I want y'all to allow me to explain what I mean when I say your wedding day is not going to be perfect. So we're going to talk about your wedding day is not perfect. So focus on your perfect moments. Your perfect moments is what's going to make your perfect day. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why I say this is because we are imperfect people. By us being imperfect people, even if we do the best we can, dot our I's, cross our T's, at the end of the day, guess what? Life. If you are an adult and you're at a certain age, you lived a little bit, then you realize you understand what I mean when I say life. It's going to throw you, excuse me, y'all. It's going to throw you a curveball, no matter how well you're planning. You know that the saying, they say, you want to make God laugh, tell him what you have in store. So no matter how well you try to prepare things, life is going to throw you a curveball, and we have to pivot. Your wedding day is not going to be an exception. Now, when I say it's not going to be perfect, it doesn't mean it's not going to be great. It doesn't mean you're not going to have a good time. It doesn't mean we're not going to turn up. Because you know, if any of my couples are watching here, any of my people who I did officiating for and I stayed for the reception or I coordinated with, you know, I turned up with y'all. I have a good time with my people because we spent a long time planning this thing, and then it's time to actually lay our wigs down, lay our hair down, take our hats off, undo our ties. We're going to have a good time. But leading up to that good time, it may be some things that happen. It's going to be something that happen. It may not be something big. It could be small things. But it's going to be something that... So when I say focus on things, your moments, that's what's going to make your perfect day. Your moments. You have to focus on moments and things you can control. So what do I mean when I say all this? Okay, so go into your wedding day just knowing that you are going to get married. At the end of the day, regardless of what happens, y'all going to walk down the aisle and you're going to get married. And after you get married, you're going to have fun. So anything else that happened in between that's out of your control, you can't focus on that. You have to focus on things that you can control. You meaning the bride and the groom. So y'all can control things like your time management. That is a big thing, and that's one of the things that goes wrong almost in every wedding overall. 5 or 10 minutes is not really what I'm talking about later. I'm talking about when it gets to 30 minutes plus. Because a lot of times, like right when it's about to start, you'll have a group of people that's trying to run in before they miss the ceremony. So we'll go ahead and let them in real quick before the procession starts of the wedding. So that sometimes leads to the 5-minute delay, maybe even 10 minutes, just depending on what's going on. So, but when I say time management, I mean, when I do my schedules for my day of coordination or when I'm planning, I do it from the moment my couples wake up to the moment they are done for the wedding. So I put in there, what they need to be doing at different times so we can all be on the same timeline. We all know what needs to be going on as far as hair, makeup, getting dressed. Now, I want you to have fun. I done been inside the black bachelorette rooms and the bachelor rooms, and I see y'all turn up. And I also want to remind y'all when I come in there, be like, okay, we 2 hours in, we 30 minutes in, whatever time it is, meaning so we know what time, so we can all be ready, because it's actually a sign of it's. And I know it's not done on purpose, but it can be seen as disrespectful when you disrespecting people's time if they giving up their Saturday, their Fridays, their Sundays, whatever day of the week it is, traveling to come and see you get married, bringing good gifts and all that stuff, and you lagging 40, 50 minutes, late on your wedding day. That's not cool. You want your guests to feel appreciated, that you want them to understand that you appreciate their time, you appreciate their presence to help you celebrate this big day. So to purposely take your time, and I know some people say, well, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just, stuff happens, and I understand it. Trust me, I do. But the things you can control, meaning standing on time as best as your ability, as much as you can. We can't just spend all this time taking all these selfies, doing all these TikToks and all this type of stuff. That's what the reception is for. Or that's what the bachelorette party was for, or the bachelor party was for, the rehearsal dinner, the engagement party. That's what you're supposed to do, all that stuff that doesn't require a time restraint. So you can do your TikToks and all your selfies and stuff there, but on your wedding day, you're going to have to minimize that. You're not going to be able to go live, for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you're supposed to be getting your makeup done, or you're supposed to be in the shower, or whatever the case may be. So one of the things you can control definitely is your time management. Another thing you control is your guest list. If you know that certain people are habitually late, that some people, will make a moment that is supposed to be for them, you may want to exclude them for being in your wedding, or either just tell them just to come to reception, because I'm not going to hold my wedding day up waiting for you to decide to finish doing whatever you're doing before you get there. So that's something you have to consider when you are inviting these people to your wedding. This is a big day. Hopefully it only comes one time, And so you don't want people to be there and just be wasting all your time. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not going to be waiting for you before I walk there. Now, if I'm ready, my husband is ready, or my wife is ready, and the officiant is there, we're going to get this thing started on time. That's what I tell all my people. My mentor told me that a long time ago. If the bride is there, the groom is there, or the grooms, the brides, the people who are getting married is there, and the officiant is there, we're going to start on time. So whether it's your bridesmaids, your groomsmen, whoever the case may be, I done started a wedding before without somebody's stepmom or somebody who was. We're not waiting on people. My bride is ready, my groom is ready. We about to get started. It's even unfair to them for you to think they're supposed to wait for you. It's their day. So I'm saying that that's something else you can control. You can control your time management as the bride or groom. You can control the people you invite, knowing that if they are going to be people who's going to show up and show out in the way you want them to do, and you can respond the way you can you can control the way you respond to these type of situations, to not let it bother you, to understand what is the greater goal at the end of this day. So when I say focus on your moments, I mean the moment that you finally put your veil on, your mom or your best friend or whoever is there, you put your veil on, the photographer's there, and you take a picture, and you get to see yourself as the bride. I'm talking about the brides right now. as the bride for the first time in your beautiful gown. Your face is done up. Your hair is looking all beautiful, and you taking your picture with your bridal party who has spent so much time, money, and energy into making your day great. Your mom or whoever of significance that is there, that's in that room with you that day, and y'all get to take that first nice picture. That is a moment. That is what you should focus on. Not how many people is in the ceremony room before we get started, or what the weather's going to be like, because, I want to take a sunrise, a sunset photo, or make sure, is the caterer there? Is this you can't worry about all that stuff. What you going to worry about is a moment like that, when you first put your gown on and you first look at yourself from head to toe, and you're like, oh my God, I'm about to get married. Like, I'm about to be somebody's whole wife. Grooms, you cannot worry about, how your best man, or not best man, your groomsman, because your best man is there for a reason. So hopefully they're not showing off. But how your different groomsmen are, showing up for you. You can't worry about if your friend from third grade is there. Are they going to make it? Is such and such flight coming in time in order for you? You can't worry about that, because guess what? You can't control that. You gave people ample amount of time to get there. You gave them the address. You gave them all the information and stuff that they need to make sure that they are there for that day. So you can't control that. You want to control that moment when your dad or your uncle or whoever that significant male is in your life come and pin that boutonniere on, and the photographer's there, and they got you, with that, you get to take a toast with your man before y'all walk down the aisle, or before, you get your dad is looking at his son and just like, wow, my son's about to be somebody's whole husband right here. When you see your mom for the first time, your mom is, hugging your mom, like your grandmother, your elders that are there, because they're going to be on time. Trust, believe me, your elders going to be on time, and they're going to be front and center. If they can't sit in the front, they're going to be in the second. They're going to be there, and they're going to watch their, babies get married. So that's what you got to focus on. You have to focus on your moments, because again, the day it's not going to be perfect. People want to have the ceremony outside, but then the last, 2 days prior to the wedding, it's going to be a rainstorm. So you got to bring everything inside. And that's not how you want it. You want to take a picture outside, but you can't really do that because the rain is there. But guess what? It's ways around that. Because if you got a good photographer, they can find the perfect shot in the window that you and your husband, your wife, your spouse is going to be able to take. And they're going to have the rain in the background. So it's going to be a way to commemorate the moment that, hey, we have to change and pivot a little bit from the way we wanted it to be, but we're gonna remember that, hey, we still got married and the rain is there, but it didn't stop anything, because we still here, we still happy, we still have a great day. So you can't control things like that. You can't control, how many, if your guests going to be there. It's some guests will purposely not come to the ceremony and just come to the reception because they don't want to see it, for whatever reason. Maybe it's long, maybe they know they are long-winded, meaning they're not going to be there on time, so they just say, let me just go ahead and take my chances of just coming to the reception versus coming to the ceremony and being late and missing it anyway. They can't control stuff like that. You can't control how many people come. The rule of thumb is 10 to 15% of your guest list are not going to come for one reason or another, regardless of how much they RSVP, regardless of how often you talk to them, and they say, yeah, I'm coming, I can't wait out and bought my my plane tickets coming in. I'm going to come in that Friday so I can be there on that Saturday. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be something. Some people are just not going to come for whatever reason. There's going to be 1,000 different reasons why they're not going to come. So you can't concentrate on when you at the reception, you sitting there eating your food and you realize it's two or three tables, there's only 2 or 3 people in there. And dang, you done paid all this money for that and now this up. We can't worry about that because the people that matter are going to be there. The people that matter is going to be there. So you can't mind that. You can't mind the ones that are not there, because the people that's going to show up for you and the people who may have missed it but wanted to be there, they going to have a good reason why they can't, because they care so much. They're going to make sure they don't mess a moment like that up. So you can't worry about that either. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't worry about the weather, can't worry about the guest count. You can't worry about the people who are behaving in a manner that they should not be when it's about you. You know, it's going to be some people that, you know, may be a little jealous. Some people that don't know how to act when it's somebody else's turn because they're used to the spotlight or whatever the case may be. You can't control their behavior. So all in all, I think that what you should do is take a moment, make sure you talk to your planner or your day of coordinator, because you're going to have that, right? That please look at the video from last week about why you should hire a planner or a day of coordinator. And we're going to have all that stuff. You want to have one. Please have one. So anyway, you're going to talk to them and you're going to let them know, you know, the most important things that matters to you that day, and they're going to make sure it happens. Whether it is, you know, making sure that, you know, your grandfather is front and center, so, you know, you can do a dance with them. You want to make sure somewhere throughout the day, I want to dance with them. I want to know sometime throughout the day, I want different things to happen. And they're going to make sure that happens. Your best man or best woman, your maid of honor or man of honor, talk to them and let them know, like, hey, make sure, you know, this and this and this goes according to plan, because that's really matters to me. And because they matter to you and you matter to them, they are going to make sure that certain things happen and don't happen. They're going to make sure certain things don't come to you. Even if it's going awry in a different way, they're going to make sure that you're straight, you're going to be comfortable, all that good stuff. So I think that is most important. You have to worry about the things that are most important to you and most important to your spouse. Your support system, you know, the family and friends that flew in, that travel, the ones that has been coaching you, and the ones you've been on the phone with, you know, for hours at a time, talking about wedding day woos and woes, and talking about planning woos and woes. Because again, your wedding day is not going to be perfect. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but it's the truth. Your wedding day is just not going to be perfect. But you will have perfect moments. You have to focus on the moments that's going to make your day perfect, because we are imperfect people and we are subject to error. So the only thing you can do is focus on moments. When you're walking down the aisle and you're looking at your spouse for the first time, that is a moment. And that's what's going to make that day perfect. You know, just like the spouse that you are marrying, it's going to be an imperfect person, but they are perfect just for you. And that's the same thing for your wedding day. Your wedding day not going to be perfect, but it was a perfect day just for you. Everything worked out in the best way possible. That's what's going to happen. That's what we have to focus on our wedding day, because it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to have many perfect moments. You know, that dance that you and your bridesmaids practice to perform at the reception, and all that came together and everybody cheered for you. They joined in. You was able to do all that. That is what that is a moment I'm talking about. You know, the first dance. One of the most beautiful moments of the day of your wedding, your first dance and your dance with your parents, that's a moment. That is a moment, you know, a moment that you're going to cherish forever. You know, those are things that you have to focus on. Again, we cannot focus on the weather. We can't focus on how many people not coming. We can't focus on, I can't believe my cousin, you know, she came and she wore a white dress. Why would she wear a white dress? You know, you're not supposed to wear a white dress. It's magic. We can't focus on that. You know, we just have to focus on the things we can control. So I hope that you all found this video to be very helpful. I hope you all were able to understand what it is that I'm saying about your wedding day and stuff like that. I thank you so very much for tuning in each and every Thursday and toasting to Thursday, because that's the point of this whole thing. And, you know, come toast with me. Get to know me. Leave a comment. Let me know you stopped by. Let me know you checked this video out. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Do you disagree? Why do you disagree? You know, I'm not going to bite you. Let's talk about it. Again, please check out my resources underneath my latest toasting tab to see what I have coming up. Again, tonight at 7 p.m., which is Thursday, November 9th, 7 p.m., we have a Zoom meeting with Money Coach Shelly. And she's going to do another installment on the money moon, and about your money love language. We know one reason why a lot of relationships don't work is because of money. and stuff like that. So we're trying to keep y'all together because I want y'all to keep coming to me and keep, reach out to me in 5 or 10 years when you're ready to renew your vows and all that good stuff. So follow me everywhere on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Let's Toast events everywhere. Y'all know how we like to end it. Just the same way we start. Because guess what? We do it for life. We do it for love. And we toast to it all. So guess what, y'all? Raise your glass, your shot glass, your cup, whatever the case may be. And guess what? Love life and let's toast.